In Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on, Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
We're back in the Star City tonight for Single A football on the PSP Network. Velva-D-A-G Garrison Aggies and Des Lacs Burlington Lakers both know they're safe in the playoffs. Sometimes, some of them even know who they're playing next Saturday, but there's still regular season football to be playing today from Larry Sandy Field in Velva. Welcome in to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show ahead of tonight's matchup between the DLB Lakers and Velva-D-A-G Garrison Aggies. With timely services, they won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car. Drive through oil change service. They'll take it about 15 minutes at any of their locations in Minot or Bismarck. Also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. Alongside Bryce Gutknecht, I'm Owen Patterson on the call for today's matchup between the Lakers and the Aggies. You can still find something to play for today. For Velva, it's getting a top 2 seed, home field advantage to the semifinals. For Des Lacs Burlington, it's to rewrite history. They're the last team to beat Velva in a Region 3 game. That was back in October 15th, 2021.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, it's been a while since these Aggies have suffered a defeat here in the region. And you said it best. They're playing for seeding here. they want that, try and get themselves locked into that 2 seed, secure home field until the Dakota Bowl.
Yeah, all the way through the semifinals, a win, and you can pretty much pencil them in. It's not for sure because it's a different poll than what we normally see week in and week out, voted by the media. Instead, this is voted by the coaches themselves. But it's hard to deny that Velva is one of the top 2 teams if they can pass the Lacs Burlington test tonight.
Yeah, Velva did what they did, scheduling Kindred early in that season. I know it's a defeat, but it's such a service to the kids and seeing that competition on the east side of the state, able to get a look at Kindred and what I believe it was like a 14-6 game, Owen. I think it was something there. They played them really tough and stuff, but that really was a benefit to the Aggies. And hey, they've been in that 2 seed here for a while, and they're hoping to secure that tonight. And like we said, home field so big in the playoffs.
As for the Lacs Burlington, they'll be on the road for a while now. They played their last home game of the season a week ago against Stanley. They already know their opponent next Saturday. They know where they're going to be playing. It's in Killdeer, who will be a top 4 seed in the state, likely number 3 based on the results we've seen so far. But again, that's a game with a lot for Des Lacs Burlington, trying to avenge a loss to Killdeer in last year's first round. But again, the importance is we can't look past today, keeping players healthy and trying to end the regular season on a positive note.
Yeah, you said it best. Keeping players healthy. Try and grab some momentum. See some different things maybe in tonight's game. Maybe you can carry over to the first round of the playoffs. Opponent that they're familiar with. They played them last year. They played a tough game. You got to make the trip down there. Killdeer's going to be ready. It should be a fun one.
We have a lot to talk about today all throughout the game. We're going to try our best at some single-A bracketology maybe, plus in the 2A and 3A. And, of course, we've got a great football game for you as well. Some rivals here in Region 3. It's the Lacs Burlington and Velva-D-A-G Garrison. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show comes up next after this commercial break.
For a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
They're serving hot chocolate and chili when you walk into the gate here in Velva at Larry Sandy Field, because it's that kind of season once again. The week before the playoffs began in Single A here in North Dakota. Temperature's right at 50 degrees right now. We'll get down into the mid-40s by the time this game comes to a conclusion. So bundle up if you're here and just sit back and relax if you're watching at home here on the PSP Network. Thank you for joining us for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Let's move into our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than with Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. For Velva-D-A-G Garrison, we'll start with the Aggies. Simply stay healthy. They already have the region championship. They did that 2 weeks ago against Bishop Bryan. They're coming off a bye week as well. The Aggies, really, it doesn't really matter what happens results-wise. I mean, obviously you could say for standings and whatever, but they'll have home field next week. They're in the postseason. Just keep your guys healthy.
Yeah, this is about, you look at last year, they're a little banged up come playoff time. So this year, a little different story. I'm not trying to jinx them by any means here, Owen, but they've been healthy, and Shep's been healthier this year during this run and stuff, so that's huge for Velva.
And for Des Lacs Burlington, what better matchup than to go up against the state's number 2 team here in kind of a week that many could just look past on to next week's first-round matchups in the Single-A playoffs. Play spoiler if you're the Lakers on the road here on senior night.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose. Come in here. I think it's kind of stating the obvious here, but ball control, try and just keep that offense off the field. So many weapons on Velva-D-A-G Garrison's side. At the wideout position, the running back position, the quarterback position, we know the names. We know what they could do. I think it's going to be a heavy dose of Schaefer tonight to try and pull this off for the Lakers.
Let's start talking about some of those individuals we're going to see today in our Prestwich Orthodontics Players to Watch segment. At Prestwich Orthodontics, they're specialized in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Check them out at mynotbraces.com. We'll start with Des Lacs Burlington this time around with Jake Schaefer. And when you look at the offensive side of things for Des Lacs Burlington, no piece is more important than number 22.
Yeah, 22. It's going to be a heavy dose of Schaefer tonight. We know the numbers. Incredible success on the ground this season. He's going to have to be huge tonight. I mentioned it just a couple minutes ago, the ball control. What better way to do that than run the football, Owen?
And for Velva-D-A-G, well, there's a lot to choose from, as always. We saw him 2 weeks ago against Bishop Bryan. We interviewed them all. All of them got MVP of the game. They played so well. It was Bruner, Bodine, and Shep. They all do a different job as quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. And here on senior night, what more of a show can they put on for us?
Yeah, those three really like it when PSP is in town. They do. They put on a show. If I'm these other coaches around the region, I'd be kind of maybe throwing a mini celebration tonight, Owen, with them celebrating senior night here and what these guys have meant to this program over the years and the success they've had. Might be, you kind of get caught up in the emotion of that a little bit tonight, but I expect a big night from all three.
I think once the game kicks off, that's going to kind of be out of the back of their mind, and it is football time for those three and the rest of the senior class for the Velva-D-A-G Garrison Aggies tonight. We'll wrap up our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show when we return after this commercial break. You're watching Single A Football on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Another reminder, you're watching the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network. They know you're busy when you visit any of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change service centers in Minot or Bismarck. They don't waste your time or their own. Technicians can typically perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. You can also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. Well, our football frenzy of a weekend. It's one of the biggest weekends ever, I think, in North Dakota high school football. It started on Wednesday in Surrey and rugby. Last night, the big schools got to take the field on PSP Network. You see there, Minot at Legacy. We were there. We made the two-hour trip down to Bismarck together. Talked a lot of football on the way. A lot of disagreements. Century at Mandan was also last night. What an interesting win for the Braves. Single game today on the PSP Network. And then on Saturday, the 9-man playoffs get started and expanded 24-team field there. PSP Network will be setting up in New England, North Dakota for South Border and Hettinger County. Ever been to New England, North Dakota?
I can't recall being there, Owen. I was thinking about that earlier. I never stepped foot in New England, North Dakota.
I think I've driven through New England, North Dakota one time, but just south of Dickinson, the Hettinger County Huskies in the postseason. Yeah, just the second year of that co-op between New England and Mott region against last year's runners-up in the state of 9-man football, the South Border Mustangs. Very different 9-man field, and here's a look at how the 9-man football playoffs operate this time around. It's 24 teams from 8 different regions. The region champions all get byes in the first round. And talking about our area here, there's a really good-looking team from just up north. West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn, the number 3 seed. New Rockford, Cheyenne, a team you really like, is number 2. That's a possible semifinal matchup. Why do you like that matchup so much?
I mean, look at that 9-man. Some of those teams with a bye, just so much talent over there. I'm not trying to be biased, but my brother-in-law does coach with West Hope Newburgh, so I got to cheer for them. I got to do my part for, keep it all good in the family. So, that new, if a lot of what if, but that matchup, if that happens, that's going to be a good one, Owen.
And how about the name right there on the very top, the number 8 seed South Prairie Max, their first ever playoff appearance in football, their first ever region championship in any sport. What a time to be a Royal.
Yeah, we were talking playoff time at South Prairie. That's going to be a lot of fun that next weekend, Owen.
Yeah, PSP Network next week. We know we'll be here in Velva for the first round game. We'll see where else we can go in 9-man or single A. There's some big AA and AAA games next week that we'll be attending, both in Bismarck and a couple here in Minot, a lot on the line in 2A. Again, we'll get into all that later on throughout the show today. But our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show is rapidly coming to a close. I think they still have to do senior night presentation, so I don't think we're even close to kick off here in Velva. We'll take one more commercial break here on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. It's 4-3 Des Lacs Burlington against 6-1 Velva-D-A-G Garrison coming your way on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's...
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
How about that sunset sky with the cloud cover here in Velva, North Dakota? Quite colorful. Above Larry Sandy Field tonight as we get set for Single A Region 3 football between Velva-D-A-G Garrison and Des Lacs Burlington. Let's take a look at where things stand in Region 3 heading into the final week of the regular season with the Shields of Minot and Bismarck Region 3 standings. Shields of Minot and Bismarck have every sporting good possible along with footwear and fashion. You can shop online at shields.com. They're a proud supporter of the PSP Network's mission of promoting local athletes. It's all set going into the postseason. Velva number 1, Bishop Ryan number 2. It'll be Ray Powers Lake as the number 3 seed. Des Lacs Burlington in 4th. Stanley one spot outside the playoffs in 5th. They're going to be on the road tonight against Bishop Ryan. One last ride for the Blue Jays with upset on their mind at Herb Parker Stadium. And then the bottom two on Wednesday night battled it out for who'd finish 6th and 7th. It was Surrey. They got the best of Ned Rose, finishing with one win on this season, where the Mustangs, as Ned Rose goes without a win in 2024. Ray Powers Lake, they get the benefit of the bye here going into the postseason. And I think if there's a team across Single A that has raised more eyebrows recently for possible upset, it's Ray Powers Lake. They're going to be on the road against Shiloh Christian next Saturday.
Yeah, going on the road there, that matchup's already set in stone, correct, Owen?
Yep.
We talk so much hypothetical scenario stuff. I'm trying to keep it straight, but yeah, look out for Ray Powers Lake making the trip down to Shiloh. Very winnable game for Ray Powers Lake, I believe.
It's one of those where they played earlier in the season and Shiloh got the win, and coaches will say you play a team a second time, it just feels a little bit different, especially if you beat them the first time. You know they're going to bring the Outlaws, by the way, starting a freshman quarterback. There's a lot of hype around their freshman quarterback we'll see in the first round of the playoffs next week against Shiloh Christian. As for how things stack up in the entire class of Single A football, the top 5 this week, of course, it's Kindred 1, it's Velva-D-A-G Garrison 2, and then there's been some shuffling, of course, in recent weeks with Bishop Ryan falling out of the top 5. Killdeer, though, the team that has kind of swept under the radar, they've just done what they needed to do every Friday, which is win every game this year. They're at number 3. The Cowboys are an interesting team with that explosive offense.
Yeah, Kildeer's continued to take care of business. They've done it each week, putting themselves in a position to host a couple playoff games. They're probably saying, hey, look at me for that 2 seed. Say, what about us? What about the Cowboys?
Killdeer has to they can help some teams today. They can't really help their own cause. They already know they're Region 4 champions. They can help one team make their first playoff appearance in a decade if they can beat Heart River tonight. Again, more on that, so much more when we continue today in our broadcast. But that does it for our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. It's time for the national anthem here in Velva. Today's broadcast on the PSP Network brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Call now at 701-852-1700. Serving the Magic City for over 25 years, it's Planet Pizza. This has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show with timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car. Drive through oil change service. Take about 15 minutes at any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck. Also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. All right, they're really confusing me now. Are we doing the starting lineups and senior night at the same time? Or what is going on here? It looks like that's what it'll be, but they're announcing the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers starters first. And we mentioned Jake Schaefer, the running back. He's gone for just about 1,200 yards through 7 games this season as the running back for DLB. But this is a Lakers team that was faced with some adversity at the start of the season. Their starting quarterback, Kyler Fisher, injured in week 1, so they've had to kind of go a little bit one-dimensional while they work in Zane Berkeley. But now it's week 9, and there's really no excuse anymore. There shouldn't be really too much rust here for Zane Berkeley, a game where he should probably start to flourish.
Yeah, when you start looking at you lose your quarterback after week 1 there, that's tough. You're going through all those reps with the first team preseason mode and stuff, and then bringing in Zane Berkeley, he's done a good job. They've continued to put themselves in successful situations, winning some football games, getting into the playoffs, getting a matchup with Killdeer, and Schaefer's been the guy for them. Over 1,100 yards. He's got the 17 touchdowns on the ground, averaging north of 170 yards a game, Owen.
And as a team, Des Lacs Burlington, the stats say they rush for 293 yards per contest. We'll see how good that rush game is against a Velva rush defense, which is one of the best in the state. It's highlighted by linebackers such as Hank Bodine, Trayson Eigelhart, and Reggie Bruner. The interesting thing that I see when I look at that starting lineup, those are all wide receivers on offense. Eigelhart and Bruner, obviously Bodine, the running back, but you have wide receivers playing linebacker. Not many teams do that.
Yeah, we did Bishop Ryan and the Aggies the other week there. You kind of saw Bruner everywhere. Bruner's on the line of scrimmage. He's dropping back. I think there were a few plays he played safety. I mean, just so multi-dimensional, his talent, and they're a bigger wide receiver too, Owen. They're not small guys out there, Owen.
Yeah, Velva, not necessarily your typical single-A football team. We'll take one final break here and have enough time to finish out the starting lineups and bring you kickoff on the PSP Network. Velva and Des Lacs Burlington. Don't go away.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents. In good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Just about set for kickoff here in Velva as the Aggies at home. Final home game of the regular season, taking on the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers. It's the Lakers in the all-white today, the Aggies in the white helmets, blue shirts, and gold pants. It'll be the Lakers with Jake Schaefer kicking off from right to left across your screen. Velva will be receiving. We'll see their offense on the field first. Big thank you to BNC National Bank, your scoreboard sponsor tonight, as well as North Dakota Score Feed, keeping us up to date with scores from around the state. Pitching in with that out-of-town scoreboard on the bottom of your screen. There's only a few games that are actually live right now, so you might see that Hillsboro Central Valley score for a bit. We loved watching the Lisbon-Thompson score just roll as the only one that started at 5 p.m. today. So another big thank you to North Dakota Score Feed for what they've done in helping boost our broadcast on the PSP network. Schaefer takes a long roundabout run to the football and just squib this to the 33-yard line. It actually goes off the leg of one of Velva's returners. And they'll just start right there at the 31. Don't want to turn it over on the kickoff. And speaking of not turning the ball over, Velva definitely has not done that on offense, either through the air or on the ground.
Yeah, Ben Ship's been so successful. Like you said, he hasn't hasn't turned the football over, period, all year throughout the air. And it's tough. It's going to be tough for DLB to create some of those tonight, and it's going to be a challenge.
Shep starts out of the shotgun as the running back to his right. 3 receivers as well, and it's a first down carry for Braden Bossert out of the backfield. He's across the 35 up to the 40-yard line, and we can talk about Bodine in that offense, but the number 2 running back as well, Bossert, he's no slouch.
Yeah, Bossert looked great. We were here for the Bishop Ryan game. They ran kind of this full house look where Hank kind of leads the way on the outside, and Bossert looked really sharp in the game a couple weeks ago against Bishop Ryan.
The Lakers line up in a 4-3 front against this very balanced attack from Velva-Drake-Animus Garrison. It's another run. This time it's Hank Bodine out of the backfield. He's got the first down, needed 1 yard. He ends up picking 15 for the Aggies as they are into Laker territory after just 2 plays.
Such a focal point trying to stop Bodine, trying to load the box there. Anything you can do. Just when you kind of think you may have him down, it's going to take an army to take Hank down.
We'll do some more work on the game clock there on your BNC National Bank scoreboard, but play number 3 of the Velva drive on 1st and 10. Shep, his first pass, lets one rip to the goal line. Turning back and making the catch is Eigelhart down at the 1 yard line in double coverage. Put that one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Fantastic job, Ben Shep, stepping up in the pocket, delivering a dart to Eigelhart. Looked like they had double coverage, but the speed of Eigelhart splitting a double team there all the way down inside the 5 yard line.
How about Eigelhart adjusting to the pass as well? Not just catching that one in stride because it was a little bit underthrown from Shep, but securing the catch. And now from the 1 yard line, Velva trying to punch in the first points of the game. Just a minute and a half gone by. It's a toss play to Bodine, and we talked about not fumbling the football, but the exchange was bobbled. Still, that won't slow down Hank Bodine and the Velva Aggies. They are in the end zone after a drive that goes a minute 39.
Yeah, you see just a well-balanced attack of the Aggies there. You see it start a couple runs, then a home run shot that Shep hits to Eigelhart, finished off by Bodine from 1 yard out.
10:21 to go in the first quarter, and Velva takes just 4 plays, 3 of them on the ground. Of course, the big play, 43 yards from Shep to Eigelhart, setting him up at the 1. It's Bodine that does the rest. The Aggies will go for 2 all night long. Trying to extend the lead to 8. 1 by 1 receivers as a play action. Shep will look to the left, right at the goal line, and that one's going to be short. He was looking for Braden Bossert. And it's a 2-point conversion that will be no good. Out of the gates in a hurry are the Velva-Drake-Animus Garrison Aggies. They lead Des Lacs Burlington 6-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Back with more on the PSP Network. Kicking off for the Velva-Drake-Animus Garrison Aggies following the touchdown, Logan Vincent, the sophomore. As the Lacs Burlington will step onto the field offensively for the first time tonight, trailing by a touchdown. It'll be Schaefer, the do-it-all man for Des Lacs Burlington on the return. He'll get just past the 25-yard line, so a lot of times when an offense steps on the field, we like introducing the quarterback, and of course that's Zane Berkeley, but the guy who we're going to be talking about probably the most is Jake Schaefer, the running back, number 22, depended on for his 1,200 rushing yards, but also in the passing game he averages 9 yards per catch.
And a nice compliment to Schaefer is Duchesne. He's had some success on the ground, north of 200 yards as well. He's a very nice compliment to Schaefer.
Some very big running backs for Des Lacs Burlington, but on first down, it's that Velva defensive line that comes crashing through It'll be a gain of about a half yard there for Schaefer on his first carry of the game, and looked like Bruner was in on that play along with Emmett Legge.
How about Bruner? We saw him out at that corner position for how long. He makes the adjustment here. He's just so quick on the line of scrimmage. Blew that play up right from the start.
Out of the shotgun now go the Lakers. 4 receivers set for Zane Berkeley. He's just going to take the quick hitter on a screen pass. That's Feller with the catch right along the sideline and tackled after a very short gain. Colton Feller, as the Lakers go 1 yard at a time to start this first drive.
I know they didn't get much on that, but hey, try and get your quarterback into some rhythm there. Get the ball out quick, out on the perimeter. Maybe make a guy miss, try and pick up a nice gain.
Berkeley completes 76% of his passes now, 45 of 59 on the season. Very efficient when they let Berkeley throw the football. That's Des Lacs Burlington head coach Taylor Teskey on the sideline for his 5th season. It's a Wildcat snap here to Schaefer. He's even going to throw the football. This one a little bit off target, looking for the team's top receiver, Colton Feller. And when we say Schaefer does it all, we really mean it. That's not the first time he's thrown the football this year.
Yeah, a little trickery tried by the Lakers there. They kind of snuck Feller around and out, and Bodine snuffed it out right away. Had some good coverage on Feller. Schaefer had to get rid of the football quick there.
Yeah, you know, the question I wanted to ask you before this drive started is what's a good response for Des Lacs Burlington? A 5-minute drive that just gets down the field, whether it ends in points or not, just eats some of the clock. Well, they only spent 1:20 on their drive.
Yeah, 3 and out, not ideal start after the Aggies scored about 90 seconds in.
This punt will take a bounce past the Aggies 40-yard line and roll out of bounds at the 36. It'll be first down and 10. Velva from there, they just needed 4 offensive plays to score. It was a 9-yard run by Bossert to get it started. Then they gave Bodine a carry, and the big play, 45 yards from Shep to Eigelhart. And I mean, we spoke about Bodine, but Trayson Eigelhart with his speed in the slot, he has been a matchup nightmare for a couple of years now.
You've seen that. The Lakers look like they had that well covered, and you see the second gear from Eigelhart there, and you said he made a great adjustment to make a play on that ball as well.
Eigelhart in the bottom of your screen ahead of this play. It's a draw from Ben Shep, and he'll pick up a nice 13 yards, slicing right through the middle of the Lakers defense. Ball spotted on the left hash, right up against midfield.
I like that play. Kind of give him the option. Say, hey, you have the option to give the Bodine the ball there, or you have the option to keep it. He elects to keep it. Nice first down.
It looks a little bit to me, and we've only seen 5 plays, but the playbook is wide open for Matt Weidler tonight. They're going to put it all on film ahead of the playoff round next week, as Bodine's going to break a tackle. He's still running. I see a flag fly at the snap. He did.
We might have a formation, maybe. I'm not quite sure. It
came from the near side. It was an illegal formation. Likely too many in the backfield there against Velva. They lead 6-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Still 8 minutes and change left in the first quarter. And well, their own penalties, the first thing to push the Aggies back today.
That was a nice gain by Bodine there. Negated by that penalty.
Bruner, the lone receiver who goes out to the left side of Shep. Nobody split out wide to the near side. It'll be a toss play. Coming this way to Hank Bodine. He's just going to spin past the tackle from Levon Duchesne. Think about him as a complimentary back on offense. He is one of their top tacklers and linebackers on the defensive side.
Yeah, good play there by Duchesne, sticking his nose in there. You see what these wide receivers, we talked about the speed, the athletic ability, not afraid to block as well. Good block on the edge out there by Eigelhart.
Second down and 10 coming up for Velva. Again, they'll go with 4 receivers here. Empty backfield for Ben Shep. Likely a passing down, but they're going to run that same read option play. It's Shep on the ground. Another first down. He just bounces off of Lakers tacklers. And that one will count into DLB territory to the 35-yard line. And what do you even play there on the read option? Bodine going around the edge or Shep right up the middle?
What you like about that is that motion. You know, you're getting all sorts of eyes set there on Bodine coming, and rightfully so. He's such a weapon, and then Shep decides to pull it, has a lot of room in the middle of the field. Seen it a couple times. Probably not the last time we'll see it either tonight, Owen.
It was something we saw a lot last night, Legacy and Minot. You pointed out a lot, Caden Kraft, quite the athlete for the Magicians, using him as just fooling the defense a little bit. This is a pass wide open along the sideline, diving to the pylon. This is, no, just short. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Again, it's the tight end, Volson. Just left wide open there in the middle of the field. It seems that when we go back to the Bishop Ryan game we saw in person, kind of lose Volson a little bit.
Yeah, Volson had a lot of success there in the middle of the field in that game versus Bishop Ryan. How about Shep on that one? Feeling the pressure. It looks like he got hit as he threw it. The strength of Ben Shep to deliver that football on a dime to Volson for a big game.
Shotgun snap to Shep from the 2-yard line, right over the middle, wide open for the touchdown. Again, it's number 8, the tight end, Volson, as Velva goes up 12-0. Another Ryan Family Dealerships replay, and right here, he just cut right in front of the safety, and nobody picked him up.
Yeah, I was just talking about Volson, his success in the middle of the field. Shep finds him from 2 yards out, making it a 12-0 game.
Kyle Volson, one of the many seniors on this Velva team. There was honor just before kickoff, and a Drake Animus student, and played a little six-man football back in the day, did the Volson boys.
Well, I know you love six-man football, and you've educated me a lot this year. I've learned a lot about the six-man game, thanks to you.
Six-man championship game tomorrow from Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Bossert took the handoff and slipped on the grass, so another 2-point conversion that ends up just short for the Aggies, but they still lead 12-0 early. 6:44 left in quarter number 1 on the PSP Network.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
This broadcast of high school football on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. Open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7 and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. At the end of the Marketplace Foods Plaza, it's the UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. 12-0 Velva Animus leading the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers. Retrieving the kickoff was Schaefer, and he also slipped right to the ground. We saw Bossert take a spell in the 2-point conversion attempt. No precipitation today, just some cold weather.
Yeah, it looked kind of one of those awkward kicks there, kind of. Should I let it bounce? Should I run up and catch it there? He kind of got caught in between there. Looks like his cleat might have got caught, but he does appear to be fine.
The Lakers take the field for the second time on offense. They did not pick up a first down their first time out there. Zane Berkeley, the quarterback, goes under center. With Schaefer, the tailback. 2 slot backs as well on this play. That was Schaefer. Bounces off the first tackle attempt, and he's brought down by the shoelaces by Reggie Bruner, saving what would have been a massive gain.
Great vision. You see the vision by Schaefer on that play, bouncing it to the outside. Looked like it was going to be a big gain for the Lakers, but Bruner brings them down about a gain of about 8 on the play.
That would have gone for probably the distance for Schaefer if Bruner doesn't make that tackle. If you get number 22 in the open space, he has the speed to beat you. They go back to Jake Schaefer on second down and about 2. It's going to be close to the line to gain. They needed the 32-yard line. Looks to be spot right on at the 32. First down, Lakers.
You see Schaefer there talking to Coach Teskey, probably saying, I can get, they got a first down, Owen. They're going to roll it a first down.
Yep. Again, Des Lacs Burlington going to split out another wide receiver to the far side. Some very different looks in the backfield here for DLB to start this first quarter. And it's going to be another Schaefer throw. Connects on the near side, right up against the sideline. It's Jace Crockett. And he has the first down, pick up 12 yards. And it's been Schaefer who's thrown the ball twice now.
Yeah, show that wildcat look there. Kind of a simple drop back, three-step drop. The ball's out on a dime to Crockett. Nice throw by Mr. Schaefer.
Yeah, really no idea what DLB is going to do with that backfield look. Is Schaefer going to run it? Is he going to throw it? He's gone through the air a couple of times now. And again, it's that wildcat formation with Schaefer 5 yards behind the center. Gets a walking start into that one. And that's going to be costly of a flag. Saw that one from up here. It was only a 1 yard gain, but it's going to be a 5 yard loss in the end for DLB.
You're correct, Owen. He kind of doing that walking lead towards the line of scrimmage there. That's going to be a formation call on the Lakers.
Still some conversation being had between our head referee, and there's the official signal. 1st and 15 for the Lakers at their own 40-yard line, and 2 first downs on this drive. Some big progress negated by that penalty. You hope it doesn't slow down the Lakers too much here on the second drive, already trailing by 2 scores. They break the huddle with Berkeley back out on the field. And he's going to be alone in the backfield. 4 receivers to his right side. Getting creative. Our DLB, it'll be a Berkeley pass if he can get it off. Chased by Bruner. Gets outside the pocket. Volson's there as well. They're going to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage.
There you see the closing speed at and by Bruner chasing Berkeley all the way down to the other sideline. I like what the Lakers are doing here, showing some different formations, trying a couple different things that come out in the, was it the 4 wide set there? Owen? Yeah, that's trying some different things. We've seen Schaefer throwing the ball. We've seen the Wildcat look, kind of throwing everything at the Aggies. See if something sticks. I like what Coach Teskey's doing here.
It's a Week 9 game, both teams in the playoffs. Let's try everything. Let's see what works before take on Killdeer and whoever Velva is going to be playing next week. Again, it's 5 wide receivers for Berkeley, the sophomore, and a delay of game here against DLB, so another loss at the illegal shift, and then the sack, and now another pre-snap penalty, and that's 15 yards worth of penalties here in this second drive.
Yeah, just when it looked like they had something going there, Schaefer running the football, picking up a first down, trying to sustain a drive. Penalties have killed him here on the last couple plays.
Sorry, 10 yards lost by penalties, 5 by the sack. Lakers going to have to put this ball up in the air, you got to believe. Nope, jet sweep with Colton Feller, and that's going to be another TFL for Velva. Bossert.
What a great play. Bossert showing his speed out there on the edge. It looked like Feller maybe had some room to get to the sideline. Braden had other ideas on a tackle for loss on that play.
Coming up from his safety position, he read that one like a book. And Des Lacs Burlington, here we go. It is 3rd down and 30 from their own 25-yard line. Berkeley in the gun. Velva, 3 down linemen. The Velva's got Bruner there in the edge position. He's going to stay home. Berkeley sprints out to his right, throws on the run. It's high and incomplete. And all that, DLB is going to have to punt, and that one hurts if you're the Lakers. The way that drive started to go back 20 yards after that second first down and have to punt.
Yeah, not much in your playbook, obviously, with 3rd and 30 there. A simple rollout, trying to pick up anything positive. Velva was ready. Wilson did a great job setting the edge, not letting Berkeley get to the far sideline.
It'll be Crockett back to punt this one away for Des Lacs Burlington. Trayson Eigelhart set up at his own 46-yard line to return this. It'll likely be good field position here for Velva unless Crockett can really bomb this one. Fair catch at the 49 by Eigelhart. Velva 2 for 2. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, but 0 for 2 on 2-point conversion so far today. 2 minutes, 13 seconds remain in quarter number 1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy. That's why they'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, as well as Arizona. You can visit them online at bnc.bank. Well, we've been kind of hinting at we don't know who Velva is going to be playing next week. Well, let's break it down for you right now. Killdeer plays Heart River tonight at home. Killdeer is the number 1 seed. They're going to be Des Lacs Burlington's opponent. If, and that's a massive if, Heart River can upset the number 3 ranked team in the state, Killdeer, it'll be the Cougars traveling up here to Velva. If it's Killdeer with the win, it'll be the Southern McLean Rough Riders. Another long pass, another open man. It's Reggie Bruner. Everybody getting in on the pass-catching department, and it's Bruner with the touchdown.
Shep, we've seen the speed at the wideout from Eigelhart. Now we see it with Bruner. Shep, another dime delivered. Aggies clicking on all cylinders early in this one.
Yeah, he beat the cornerback Feller. Not an easy thing to do. Feller's got some really good speed to match, but it looked like Feller kind of just stopped a little bit once he saw that ball in the air, and Bruner, again, following the trajectory of that Ben Shep pass, has a 51-yard touchdown reception.
Probably the only thing that hasn't really went the Aggies' way here has been these 2-point conversions here in the first quarter. Let's see if they can convert this one.
8th touchdown catch of the year for Bruner, the Minnesota State Moorhead commit. It'll be Shep on the keeper, and that one's easy into the end zone. 2 more points for Velva, and they lead here at the very end of quarter number 1. It's 20-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll step aside. Time for commercials on the PSP Network.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Later on today, we'll have the Magic Towing Intermission Report. Remember, their phone number is 701-509-4011. There's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing, serving western North Dakota. A one-play, 51-yard scoring drive for Velva-Drake-Anamoose Garrison. It's Ben Shep to Reggie Bruner like they've done countless times over their careers. Both seniors here on senior night in the Star City of Velva, North Dakota. Here's a nice return from Colton Feller. He's going to be driven into the ground at the 32-yard line. Nice tackle made. We'll give the credit there to Velva's number 62, Lexton Smith, a freshman.
How about that? The freshman making some contributions there on the special team side for Velva.
Yeah, if you get on the field and you're wearing blue and gold, you're expected to just make plays in whatever capacity. Lakers take over at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Berkeley with the handoff to Jake Schaefer. Tries to slide through that line of scrimmage, but he's hit at the second level. Looked like Laggy will get credited for that tackle, among others. Again, we go back to the last drive for Des Lacs Burlington, off to a great start. Schaefer nearly broke off a massive run play. He also threw for a first down to Jace Crockett. And then the penalties and the TFLs got to Des Lacs Burlington, forcing a 3rd and 30. It looks like if they can keep that momentum going forward, it looks like it's a pretty good bet for the Lakers tonight. Schaefer's short gain brings up a 3rd down and medium here for DLB. We'll call it 3rd and 4. At the 38-yard line.
You said it, Owen. Not much. There's not a big margin of error when you're playing the Aggies. You got to play mistake-free football. Another big 3rd down here. See if they can get something. Maybe to Schaefer here out on the edge. Maybe Berkeley a quick pass to try and sustain this drive.
Well, again, it's Schaefer in the Wildcat formation. He's going to throw on 3rd and 4, and that is picked off. Eigelhart going the other way. He's tripped up there by Feller before he could really get on the accelerator, and it's a turnover there on a pass intercepted coming out of the hand of the running back, Jake Schaefer.
Yeah, you just see that Schaefer in that wild just staring down the receiver here on this near sideline. Eigelhart jumped it. That's a turnover right back to Velva.
It's the best field position of the day for the Aggies. That really hasn't been much of a problem for Velva this evening. Tight trips formation to the left side, the wide side of the field with the ball on the right hash at the Des Lacs Burlington 34. Pass out in the flat to Braden Bossert. He's going to come right back to the middle of the field, trying to put on some juke moves, and he does. Braden Bossert's in the clear. Bossert to the sideline, pylon, touchdown.
What a move by Bossert. Kind of just a simple pass out into the flat. The Bossert, he does the rest. 39 yards later, he's in the end zone.
Back-to-back one-play scoring drives, and Velva is up 26-zip with 32 seconds still remaining in the first quarter. They're going to try it. We watched Hank Bodine warm up the leg in the pregame. He went all the way back to 30 yards and drilled it, so here comes an extra point for Hank Bodine. You won't see Velva do this much. Why haven't they been doing that all season? Put that on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay as well. Bodine with the PAT. It's 27-0. Velva Drake Animus on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Replays on the PSP Network tonight, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory, one of their dealerships in Minot and Williston, or online at driveryan.com. 27-0 lead for the Velva Drake Animus Garrison Aggies, still in quarter number one here on their home field. It'll be a nice return here from Colton Feller. Picked that up inside his own 5-yard line and returns it to the 19. Well, for Velva Drake Animus Garrison, they started in their own side of the field the first three drives. The next one play, 34 yards to Braden Bossert. It seems everybody has scored in the starting lineup for Velva today.
And we got Hank Bodine kicking extra points. That's probably a senior night player going up to Coach Weidler saying, hey, you got to give me one. Let's see if I can get one through it.
Well,
It looked pretty good.
Watching him in warm-ups from 30 yards out, he drilled it and stopped there. We might see him go for 3. First down for Des Lacs Burlington is a run by Jake Schaefer. He'll pick up 7, maybe 8 yards as the clock stops with 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Likely we'll see one more play if they're tackled in bounds. Well, Zane Berkeley, the starting quarterback for Des Lacs Burlington, he's thrown the ball a little bit. It's been Jake Schaefer who's thrown the ball the most. Schaefer lines up in the slot, another 4-receiver set. We saw a screen pass the last time, and it goes to Colton Feller once again. Feller fighting for the first down. He is going to be a yard short. Forward progress stopped at the 29-yard line, 3rd down and 1 yard. And this seems like it's Jake Schaefer territory here.
Yeah, it really does. How about the play by Eigelhart out there? Just playing fast on the edge, blowing up that screen pass, keeping them to a minimal gain.
We've played 1 quarter of football here from Velva tonight. It's the Aggies, the number 2 team in the state, and the Region 3 champions already locked up, leading the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers 27-0 on the PSP Network.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
There we got the North Dakota score feed up and running, I believe. Seeing some other scores roll in from the AA division. And we talk about 2A. How about the matchup we're going to get next Friday on the PSP Network for the West Region title? Who thought it would come down to Minot North and Valley City? One of those teams is winning their first ever West Region championship.
Yeah, what about the Sentinels? Just a magical season. Could end next week in a West Region championship. I know you're going to be up there, Owen. I know you're excited to call it. Mr. Holberg and I will be down at Dwayne Carlson doing Century versus Minot High on Friday night.
This was supposed to be our 2A class segment. We weren't supposed to talk about any 3A football yet.
I apologize. That's on me.
A flag here before the first play of the second quarter. Was against the Lakers. So walk back 5 yards, so it goes from a 3rd and 1 there where we thought it would just be Schaefer up the middle to a 3rd down and 6 where the Lakers might have to get creative again. They'll set the clock back to 12 minutes. As no play should have been run there. Well, essentially just restart the quarter with 3rd and 6. Zane Berkeley, sophomore quarterback for Des Lacs Burlington in the gun. Has Schaefer to his right, 2 receivers left. Velva stacking the line of scrimmage. Berkeley has only a little bit of time. He's actually going to escape the pocket, still on the run. Throws this up to the sideline and over the head of the Aggies. They're collected out of bounds. 4th down for DLB, and they're going to bring Crockett out to punt again.
Just the flow of the game for the Lakers. It just hasn't been here. Sustaining drives, not converting on 3rd downs. The Drake Animu's Garrison defense has been really good from the start of this one, Owen.
Eigelhart set up this time in Lakers territory. Has his right heel at the 50-yard line. Crockett collects the high snap. It's a line drive kick. Eigelhart will return it. Goes off to his right. Across the 45, slipping through tackles. Trayson Eigelhart has his blocks getting set up. Now shoves off a Lakers player with the stiff arm. Trayson Eigelhart. That is a mean play by number 12.
Oh, 12 with the return. We saw Reggie Bruner do
Good
this.
grief. Watch that Ryan Failureship's replay again.
Just an angry stiff arm from Eigelhart down the sideline. Looked like he had some room to score. Setting the Aggies up in some, once again, some great field position.
I think it's worthy of a 3rd look here. That is ridiculous. Trayson Eigelhart, a Garrison student, senior as well for this Aggies team. Line up near side in the slot. He's going to go in motion. Shep gives him the pop pass. Eigelhart, all about Trayson Eigelhart on that drive as he gets his first touchdown of the night. Again, just 33 seconds into the second quarter.
A play Mr. Mahomes has made pretty famous there as you get credit for the pass on that one, Owen. That'll make Shep's 4th touchdown pass. We're at the 11:27 mark of the second quarter.
I was thinking there, after what all Eigelhart did on the punt return, there was a good bet he was going to get the ball on that play to finish off the touchdown. It was for 10 yards, 33-point lead for the Aggies, and looks like Bodine had his one moment there of kicking, and they're going back to the 2-point conversions. Bruner goes in motion into the slot. Shep looking for him. Now it's to get to his other reads. Shep just going to tuck it and get across the goal line for 2 points. Aggies 35, Lakers nothing. Trayson Eigelhart have herself 2 plays. That's the 3rd one-play scoring drive for the Aggies today.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
5-touchdown lead for the Velva-D-A-G Aggies over the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. There's a low kick. It'll be scooped up by Schaefer. He's going to break one tackle. Schaefer's running down the sideline, has one man to beat, and actually gets bumped out of bounds by Emmett Laggy. Last line of defense there for Velva. And DLB with good starting field position here at the 45-yard line of the Aggies.
I'm not sure who the number was, but there was some great block out here on the edge, kind of decleating one of the Aggies there as it set Schaefer out there for a good gain on the return.
This Lakers offense has been on the field a lot this evening. 3 one-play scoring drives for Velva. And a couple 3-and-outs for DLB on offense have led to a 35-0 score here to begin quarter number 2. Schaefer takes the handoff. Once again, it's Bodine in the backfield.
We've talked so many times about the weapons of Velva. I'm looking at our scoring recap here. Owen Bodine's found the end zone. Volson's been in the end zone. Bruner, Bozzard, Eigelhart. I mean, so difficult to defend.
Toss play to Schaefer. He is going to carry this one across the line of scrimmage, working his way towards the sideline and out of bounds. 7 yards for Jake Schaefer on that carry. Now over 1,200 yards for the season in just his 8th game. That's kind of unmatched by running backs across the state, no matter what level.
Yeah, just such an impressive season by him. There's going to be no quit with him. I know this one is getting out of hand here with the Aggies up 35-0, but Mr. Schaefer is going to keep going and keep trying to dish out some pain while he's running the football.
Feller with a jet motion. How about a double handoff? First carry by Levon Duchesne. We've been waiting to see him on offense. Again, Des Lacs, watch this one. See if we have this on the replay. They go to Feller first and then Duchesne coming back the other way.
Yeah, Velva snuffed it out right away. Good defense setting up about 4th and 5 for DLB.
The Lakers, oh my, the clock went back to 12 minutes in the second quarter. Well, just folks at home, rewind your YouTube stream so we can figure out what the clock should have been here.
Yeah, they're going to have a discussion.
Don't think we can
here.
see it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Yeah, nope.
What was it?
There we go, 10:22 left in the second quarter. 4th and 4 here. It's got to be go for it for the Lacs Burlington, especially at the Aggies 39.
I think they got a timeout, Owen. Yep.
Going to talk over the 4th down call here. A First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. We'll take it with them on the PSP Network.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers, founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North and South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. They are sponsors for your timeouts tonight on the PSP Network. Coming out of the First International Bank and Trust timeout, it is Jake Schaefer in the Wildcat formation. It's almost become so normal, we just call this shotgun. Empty backfield, Schaefer, quick hitter, it's up high, and the catch is made by the quarterback, Zane Berkeley. How about that?
Yeah, put Berkeley in the slot there. Just another simple drop back. Schaefer's got some velocity on that, Owen. Delivering a strike to Berkeley, moving the chains, much needed. First down for the Lakers.
And the Lakers, they've been subbing in 2-3 players at a time. Jaden Davis and Eli Miller come onto the field for this first down and 10 play call. 9:15 and counting down towards halftime in our Magic Towing intermission report. 5 wide receivers for Zane Berkeley. Puts Schaefer in motion in the backfield. Hand off to him. Schaefer now, he's going the wrong way. Bruner has that one tracked down, got past the block, and blew up that play.
Great job setting the edge by Bruner, blowing that play up. Huge tackle for loss.
That was the left tackle out there, John Sauer, that got beat off the line of scrimmage. A loss of 8 yards, 2nd and 18 for DLB. Looks like a lot of new defensive linemen out there for Velva at the moment. Couple misdirection plays there in the backfield. It's Schaefer with the run back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, almost like a counter look there, Owen. They go to the second man to Schaefer. Nice gain, get a lot of the yardage back on the big stop there by Bruner that set him back.
Taylor Teskey, the head coach of the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers, again in his 5th season in charge of this program. Career record of 29 and 16. Quite a legendary program across a couple of classes in their history, single A and double A. 1 state title for the Lakers. Fumbled snap, fumbled exchange maybe the better call of that play, but it's another negative loss for DLB.
It looked like some indecisiveness. If he wanted to give it to Schaefer there, it kind of maybe a last-minute decision to pitch it to him.
Just kind of fell right out of the hands of Berkeley, and Schaefer couldn't hold on to it. 4th and long for Des Lacs Burlington at the 7-minute mark of quarter number 2. Aggies have some reserves in the secondary as well. Lakers go to the air. Drops one right in the basket there to Feller. He shakes off one hit and will be brought down again by Bodine and Laggy. They'll pick up 10 yards, but it's not enough when they needed 18. Turnover on downs, and Velva will take over here. And we said all the starting skill position players have scored a touchdown. Is now the time to put in the JV?
Yeah, they've gotten everyone involved. They've done a really nice job of that. We're about the 6:41 mark. Probably soon, yeah, you're going to start seeing some of the reserves in the game for the Aggies.
Bossert and Bodine in the backfield with Ben Shep. It's a give to Hank. He's going to try and find some running room on the near side. He'll gain 5 yards. 2nd down and medium for Velva after that run.
Give us some quick updates. I know we got the score feed running, but some big games going on. The one out east, Central Cass 13, Ellendale, Edgeley Calm 14. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Killdeer 28, Hart River 0. 8 minutes left in the second quarter of that one.
Again, that's the one these Velva Aggies fans are interested in. Who's going to be playing on this field next Saturday in the first round of the Single A playoffs? Reggie Bruner with the catch. Tiptoes down the sideline and crosses midfield. 1st down for the blue and gold. Eventually stopped there by Will Marquardt.
You know, Owen, there's kind of 2 wide receivers, I'd say. One that kind of runs out of bounds, doesn't want to take any of that extra contact, and one that wants to deliver the contact before going out of bounds. I'll let you take a guess which one Mr. Bruner is.
Yeah, he doesn't fit into that first category. Bruner at the bottom of your screen, along with Bossert. Be another run play right up the middle, and Hank Bodine is not even going to get touched. 48 yards to the house. 41-0 Aggies.
How about the offensive line play there? Just down the field, just holding their blocks. Bodine does the rest. 48 yards later, he's into the end zone. All Velva tonight here in the Star City.
Yeah, just one senior on the starting O-line for Velva throughout the season, and that's Zach Volson. The rest of them, juniors and sophomores. So there's the bright future for Velva up front. with Bryant, Roberts, Barstead, and Foss. Another PAT for Bodine. This one's got a lot of height and the distance. He's 2 for 2 on the extra point attempts today. Is Hank Bodine, scores all 7 points there for the Aggies. They lead 42-0 here in quarter number 2 on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Today's broadcast of high school football on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you, and MSU. That's Minot State University. 5 minutes, 47 seconds remain in the first half. It's Velva 42, Des Lacs Burlington 0. The last score, 48 yards. Hank Bodine to the end zone, and again, he was not touched the entire way.
Yeah, Bodine right up the gut there, resulting in another big play for Velva, extending the lead.
He returned from the 20-yard line by Jake Schaefer. Pick up 5 yards before the Velva kick coverage team got to him. Berkeley brings in the play call from the sideline. And Berkeley playing in place of Kyler Fisher. He was the starting quarterback week 1 against Trinity. It was a low-scoring game against the Titans. 20-12 win for Dickinson Trinity. The Lakers lost Fisher in that game. And Berkeley has been QB1 ever since. He's gone 4-2 as the starter. The 2 losses to Bishop Ryan and Ray Powers Lake. Last 2 weeks, it looked pretty good in the box score for DLB. A 60-6 win over Ned Rose and 55-6 over Surrey.
Yeah, they're coming in with a lot of momentum here. You just see the buzzsaw that is Velva-Drake-Animus Garrison. What they're able to do offensively, just have not had the answer at slowing them down at all. I'll give them some credit, though, offensively. They're trying some different things. They're trying to get some different looks. Maybe something they can take into the playoffs next week when they travel to Killdeer.
Yeah, you're going to have to score points to beat the Killdeer Cowboys. They average almost 50 points per game this season. Schaefer dancing in the pocket, and he's going to go down. Another sack for Reggie Bruner. We might be close to school record territory here with Bruner's day on defense.
Yeah, Bruner just... If I'm the right tackle, I'd maybe ask for some help. If I'm out there one-on-one with Bruner and say, hey, can we maybe stick the tight end over here, get me a chip, get me some help.
Brings up a 3rd down and 15 yards for Des Lacs Burlington. They're back to their own 20-yard line and even behind that. Berkeley and Schaefer in the backfield. 2 tight ends to the near side trying to block Reggie Bruner. It'll be a throw from Berkeley. It's hanging up in the air and just out of the reach, again, of Colton Feller. They've gotten to number 4 a lot today. They have a couple other very athletic wide receivers. Colton Daly, Jaden Davis, yet to get a target yet.
I like that, though. Get Berkeley outside the pocket, get him on the move, see if he can hit something down the field. He takes his shot to Feller. Unable to hit it, but I do like the play call.
Yeah. Backed up this far inside your own territory for the 4th and 15. The Lakers will send this one away. Eigelhart, who had a monster return the last time he got the chance. He won't even follow this. It'll roll to a stop at the Aggies' 39-yard line. And it looks like they still got the number 1 offense coming onto the field here up 42-0. Week 9, wrapping up the regular season at home. 4:04 left. The way they've been scoring, this might not be their last offensive possession, though, this first half.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of quick quick scores, a quick striking ability has been on display. Shep through the air 4 times already in this game. Bodine, couple scores on the ground as well.
The Aggies have been scoring very, very quickly today. 3 drives that have all ended in touchdowns that were just 1 play each. Fake to Bodine, throw into the slot for Kyle Volson. That one's incomplete. Schaefer with the coverage. Is that the first play for 0 or negative yards for Velva today besides penalty?
Yeah, it's probably close, Owen, but like that was great coverage there by Schaefer. A play Velva likes to do, get Volson in the middle of the field there. Kind of a run-pass option there.
They've got one-on-one with Bruner on the near side. Instead, they go the other way, giving Volson another. Sorry, that's Matt Yoakum. And Yoakum has an explosive play. Another member of this senior class for Velva Drake Animus Garrison. They'll be suiting up for the Troopers in baseball season.
It's a great job by Shep. Get the ball out quick, get Yoakum a chance. Getting him involved in this game. We've seen a number of weapons. Now add Yoakum to the list and his ability after the catch there.
Yeah, I think it's Matt Yoakum's drive this time around. He's going to be the one to score. Everybody else has on the field at senior class the skill position for Velva. They'll go on the ground right now with Logan Vincent. Vincent will be just short of the line to gain. Be 2nd down and a yard for Velva.
Nice run there by Logan Vincent. His first carry of the game, getting involved, the starter on the defensive side.
Tell you what, with the amount that Velva graduates next year, Vincent, he's going to be the go-to running back.
Yeah, just a sophomore, so I think they got 12 men here, Owen.
Doing a lot of subbing are the Aggies, getting new players on and off the field, and Bossert didn't get out of the huddle. The 12 men on the field against the Aggies. 3:12 left in quarter number 2. Thank you for joining us tonight on the PSP Network. 42-0 Velva Drake Animus Garrison over Des Lacs Burlington on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Single A Region 3 football from Velva. No, it's not as cold, or the weather's not as bad as I thought it would be today.
Yeah, you asked me if I was a football player. I was talking about how cold I was.
I was joking a little bit.
I'm not as tough as I used to be, Owen. I'm about twice your age. This is a little chilly for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yoakum gets the pop pass here. He's gonna start working upfield. Gets around that tackle. Yoakum with the first down. Yoakum with some more yardage and throwing down at the 30. Telling you, this is Matt Yoakum's drive here. It's all on him to score.
I think we might have got a block in the back. This might be coming back. Oh, we got a hold.
You would have saw it there on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. At Ryan Dealerships, the commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of their 5 locations in Minot or Williston, or shop online at driveryan.com. Well, Velva with the illegal substitution penalty and then the hold. They're behind the sticks. 2nd down and 15 yards. Again, they'll split Bruner to the far side of the field, one-on-one. He wants it. Shep, though, going to go to Yoakum. That one might have hit the ground. And it was caught, according to the official. And they're going to spot at the 45. Here it is on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Yoakum got hit right as the ball arrived.
Yeah, I'm not sure he came down with that one, but
yeah, that one looks pretty loose.
It's tough for the officials. Real game time to try and make those calls. They don't have the replay ability that we do up here, so it's tough to try and get those right.
Those replays again, courtesy of Ryan Family Dealerships. 3rd and 9 for Velva after the 6-yard completion from Shep to Yoakum. Fakes the screen pass to Eigelhart. Might have to go to him anyway. Oh, tries to make the behind-the-back catch against Schaefer, who's out there trying to track Eigelhart. 4th down for Velva. And this is most of the time 4-down territory, but I think here just in the act of sportsmanship, you punt this one away.
Yeah, a comfortable lead there. Schaefer almost had an opportunity for the first interception on the year from Ben Shep there. Got his head around, but it almost looked like Eigelhart turned into a defensive player on there.
With all the touchdowns today, Shep 22 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions this season. Velva is going to go for it on 4th and 9. It's going to be a throw. Shep slips going to his left, turns the hips, has an open man, but it's a little bit too far, looking for Eigelhart. And Des Lacs Burlington will force the turnover on downs, but the play was there. Shep, though, had a lot to deal with in the pocket.
Yeah, they elect to go for it. They get a good look. Eigelhart's open down the field. Shep was forced out of the pocket, just couldn't deliver it.
So the Lakers will try and run out this first half and score right before the break. Trailing by 42 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They have 1:22 to work with and 55 yards in front of them. Again, it's Berkeley and Schaefer in the backfield. Have only seen Duchesne carry the football one time tonight. Jake Schaefer on the run. He's across midfield. Gain of 6 yards for the talented tailback, Jake Schaefer.
Nice drive starter there for the Lakers. See if they can get some kind of points before the first half runs off.
Lakers still have 2 timeouts. Again, trying to put together a scoring drive right before halftime. They have 54 seconds now. With Schaefer being tackled inbounds. Schaefer again, right at the line of scrimmage is Bodine. Also in there for Velva, Evan Wrench. Wrench, a senior as well.
Yeah, we saw that tonight. What a senior class this was for Velva, Drake, Animus, Garrison. Some really special talent. Have done a lot of good things for this program throughout the years.
A state championship back in 2022. 1 game short a year ago, and they're trying to get back to the Fargo Dome in 2024. Berkeley hit as he throws it. It's just a jump ball here for Feller, and there's going to be PI at the 25-yard line. It was Reese Steffen in coverage and just never turned around.
It's really hard for a corner. Those type of plays where the quarterback almost underthrows it, you see it a lot at the upper level. They kind of do it on purpose, try and get that PI call. As the receiver's working his way back to the football, and you'll find they'll call a defensive pass interference in a lot of those situations.
A free first down for DLB, and this will be the final play of half number 1 with 5 seconds remaining. Clock will start on the snap. Schaefer lined up as the quarterback. He has 4 receivers, 2 to each side. He's going to chuck this one up for the goal line. Schaefer, he's going to run away from the pressure. Throws it to the line to gain, and it's picked off, and that is how the first half will end. A first half dominated offensively, defensively, and on the special teams by Velva, Drake, Animus, Garrison. We'll break it down in the Magic Towing halftime report. 42-0 Aggies on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
At the half, we have a score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard of Velva-D-A-G Garrison 42, Des Lacs Burlington 0. This is the Magic Towing Intermission Report. Remember the phone number 701-509-4011. Whenever you need a tow, there's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing as they serve Western North Dakota. Once again, that phone number 701-509-4011. How did we get to this point of 42-0? Bryce Gutknecht has your scoring summary.
First quarter scoring was kicked off by Hank Bodine at the 10:21 mark of the first from 1 yard out. 2-point conversion was no good. That made it 6-0 Aggies. Shep to Volson, 2 yards out at the 6:44 mark. 2-point conversion also no good. That made it 12-0 at that point Aggies. Then Shep got through in a big way in the air out to Bruner, 51-yard touchdown at the 2:05 mark. Shep added a 2-point rushing conversion, making it 20-0. Then Shep to Bozzert, 39 yards at the 32-second mark of the first. Extra point kicked through by Hank Bodine, making it 27-0 at that point. Eigelhart gets in on the fun, 11 yards from Shep. 11:27 mark of the second quarter. Shep added a rushing 2-point conversion, 35-0 at that point. And then Bodine, his second of the night, 48 yards out at the 5:47 mark. Then he added his second extra point on that one. All Aggies in this one, 42-0 at the half.
And those are 6 big plays right there. Of course, it ended in points, but there's even more explosive plays for Velva in that first half. The 45-yard pass to Eigelhart to set up Bodine's first touchdown, and then Eigelhart's punt return as well to set up his own 10-yard receiving touchdown, which is going to be on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay all night long. I mean, everything was working for Velva in this first half.
And that's without talking anything they did defensively.
Yes.
So disruptive defensively. You saw it from Bruner. His ability to get after the quarterback, and you said it. It was through the air. It was on the ground. So many weapons. Just all Aggies tonight here on senior night from Larry Sandy Field.
Well, we saw the same score actually last night in Bismarck. Minot High got out to a 42-0 lead over Legacy at the break, and simply in the second half, the starters just weren't out there for the Magi, but they still took care of business. Chauncey Hendershot, their head coach, very happy with just doing what they needed to do in the first half and letting the other guys chip in as well. Do we expect the same thing from Velva tonight?
Yeah, I would expect to see it for sure. Get the second units out there for the Aggies, get them some reps. Velva's kind of been in this situation a lot this year where they've had these comfortable leads and the ability to get the second unit some reps and to rest some of their starters. going into playoff season, Owen.
As for Des Lacs Burlington, you come out in the second half. Obviously, we're going to see probably a little bit more of Schaefer, you would imagine, a little bit more of Zane Berkeley, a little bit more of Colton Feller on offense, but maybe the most important thing, defensive reps here kind of get a little bit more confidence in the second half going into the postseason with that defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, try and get anything positive here before you head down to your opening round matchup with Killdeer. See if you can get something on that first drive of offense, try and get into the end zone, and some kind of spark for the Lakers.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at the out-of-town BNC National Bank scoreboard when we return the Magic Towing Halftime Report. You're watching high school football on the PSP Network.
Part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Continuing on with our Magic Towing Halftime Report for Velva, North Dakota. It's 42-0 Aggies over the Lakers in this Region 3 match. But the final night of single A football across the state. There's Saturday afternoon football out in Park River tomorrow as the Aggies, those Aggies, take on the Harvey Wells County Hornets. No real playoff implications on the line there anymore after what Langdon did. As for the rest of the state tonight, specifically in Region 3, the only other game in action, Bishop Ryan only leading Stanley by 6. A lot of people saying only there in the first half. Bishop Ryan, a team that has been kind of the offense and the defense to really match what Velva's done in Region 3. Are you surprised by that lead going into the break?
Yeah, Stanley, kind of nothing to lose. I know they can't make the playoffs and such, but just something to end your season on a high note. They're giving the Lions all they can handle tonight. Is that in the Magic City, Owen? Yep. Back in the Magic City. So, hey, maybe they're smelling upset out there.
Bishop Ryan will be hosting Dickinson Trinity next week in the Single A first round. As for the rest of the state, other games to know: Botno leads Carrington at the half, 21-15. The winner there gets the 3 seed out of Region 2. The loser gets the number 4 seed. Killdeer leads Heart River 42-6 at the break. With a Heart River loss, it'll be Southern McLean heading up to Velva next weekend. And we're in Region 1. Ellendale Edgeley Column, an extra point lead over Central Cass, 14-13 at the half. The winner there gets the number 2 seed out of Region 1. The loser, the number 3 seed out of Region 1. And, of course, tomorrow, 9-man football playoffs get underway with the first round of the all-new 24-team bracket. I think they're going back to 24 teams. It used to be like that a couple of years ago. And PSP Network will be in New England for South Border and Hettinger County. There's a few interesting matchups in the first round there of 9-man. Some regional rivalries. Mayport, CG, and Wyndmere, Lidgerwood. How about Central McLean and Beach? They're having a barbecue cookout and Nefla Soup Feed in Turtle Lake for that Central McLean Beach first-round matchup tomorrow afternoon.
That sounds delightful, Owen. I'm a sucker for some good barbecue, and I love Nefla soup. Who doesn't?
I'll agree with you on that. We haven't agreed on much over the last couple of days talking about football, but I'll agree with you on that. 42-0 the score. Velva-Drake-Animus Garrison in the lead against the Lacs Burlington. The second half comes up next on the PSP Network.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
A big thank you to North Dakota Score Feed for helping us out with that out-of-town scoreboard on the bottom of your screen. I tell you what, the North Dakota Score Feed app is a must-have if you think you're a football fan in this state.
I love it. I use it all the time, Owen. I'm on it throughout the broadcast, just trying to get updates and such. It's such a huge asset.
Not only for football, they have scores from volleyball, basketball, everything they play here in North Dakota that you can keep score of. They have it on the North Dakota Score Feed app. The second half begins with a short kick return for the Lacs Burlington Lakers. They'll start with first down and 10 at the 30-yard line. It is Zane Berkeley back out there, the starting quarterback. Again, he hasn't thrown the ball very much in this first half. It's actually been the running back, Jake Schaefer, who's taken the most amount of passes out of that Wildcat formation. A couple new receivers out there, though, for DLB on first down. Doesn't matter. It's just going to be a run to Schaefer. He'll get past one of those tackles in the open field. brought down from behind by Hank Bodine. So it's not reminiscent of the Minot High game last night, and these starters are staying in.
Yeah, not to start there. They go with Schaefer early. Nice little move to make a man miss, picking up a nice gain on first down for the Lakers.
Pretty much everybody on that starting defensive lineup for Velva still in the game here in the second half. Again, it's the final regular season game. The playoffs start next week, and our key to the game was just staying healthy if you're the Aggies. Snap that goes between the legs of Jake Schaefer. He's just going to fall on it again behind the original line of scrimmage to the 29, and the Lakers have a 3rd down and 11.
We've seen it, Owen, tonight throughout the game. Nice run on 1st and 2nd down for the Lakers there throughout the game, and just too many negative plays on their side offensively tonight.
Clock will be running throughout this second half unless the Lacs Burlington can close the gap to under 30 points. So incompletions, penalties, whatever it may be after touchdowns, the clock will keep on rolling. Berkeley is sacked, and the ball came out. A live ball, and it looked like Velva was all over it. They were. Bruner with the strip sack, Emmett Laggy with the recovery. That's now 3 sacks in the game for Reggie Bruner.
What a night, senior night for Bruner. He's leaving it all out there tonight. Just a force on the defensive line there for Velva, Drake Anamoose, Garrison.
We mentioned his ability to play cornerback and safety and inside linebacker. He has been strictly the edge rusher for Velva tonight.
I'm starting to think he could maybe play a nose tackle in a 3-4 Owen.
We probably will see it later on in this game if he remains in. Aggies take over right outside the Surf Pro red zone. They haven't been in the red zone a lot today. They've been scoring from outside the red zone. First down for the Aggies, 10:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock does stop on the change of possession. Matt Yoakum in the backfield. He'll take this first down carry. He was running well when he got some open grass in the 2nd quarter, and now gets a handoff.
You called it that was the Yoakum drive on that last one. You've seen a number of Aggies score tonight. They're maybe trying to make it a point to get Yoakum one last score here on senior night for him.
Ben Shep, 4 passing touchdowns in the first half to 4 different Velva wide receivers. Still Yoakum in the backfield. Shep will take the under center snap. Toss play for Matt Yoakum on 2nd down and 5. Trying to set the edge are the Aggies. Yoakum cuts it right back in the middle of the field, and there's a lot of Lakers in his path. Going to be short of the first down, 3rd and 2 about for Velva, Drake Anamoose, Garrison. Maybe split him out wide this time and throwing up to the end zone as the Aggies are inside the Surf Pro red zone. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Surf Pro.
Yeah, maybe something out of the slot. It looks like he's kind of a bunch formation up top there for Velva.
Logan Vincent is the new running back with Shep. Saw Vincent get a carry in that first half. Oh, wrong side. And Shep's just going to get hit in the backfield. No gain and nothing lost. Saw Vincent shift to the other side, but either that was the wrong play or Shep didn't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure who was wrong. They're kind of looking at each other, but regardless, it's a 4th down now, and see if the Lakers can get off the field and try and do something offensively in this football game.
I'll tell you what, if that's the worst thing that's happened in this football game for Velva, not bad. 4th and 2, they're going for it. Ball at the 15. Handoff. Yoakum again. Sorry, Vincent. Number 5, not number 2. Has a gain of 6, first down.
Nice job there by Vincent. Bouncing in and out to the outside, picking up a first down for the Aggies.
Yoakum now back into the game from the sideline. Replaces Bodine on the field. Bruner and Eigelhart and Yoakum. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field on the left of quarterback Ben Shep. trying to get Joachim with the screen pass. Instead, the pressure got there in a hurry. And Shep goes down for a loss of 10, and it looks like there's a DLB player down on the ground. I believe that's Jaden Davis, as I think he just collided helmet to helmet with his own teammate, because it's not only Davis needing attention.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there, but he was shot out of a cannon there. He almost went for the strip there, strip sack on Shep. Well, they're both up. Let's hope they're okay. That was kind of a scary moment there.
Yeah, Jaden Davis and Aaron Flayton were the two DLB players involved in that sack of Shep. And when Shep started going down and Davis went over the top, they just hit helmets. So they'd both be evaluated for concussions on the sideline. Flayton, a sophomore, and Davis, a junior for DLB. Second down and goal from the 21-yard line. Vincent with the run. Picks up 10 yards.
Kind of see a glimpse into maybe a look at next year for these Aggies and Vincent and his ability to run the football.
You kind of wonder, when you graduate that much offensive production, we're talking almost 100% of the offensive production from this year won't be around in 2025. You do kind of, is it kind of a sense of worry or optimism for next year's Aggies team?
Yeah, you got so many players waiting in the wings, waiting for their opportunities. They're eager to make their name for the Aggies.
Shep trying to buy some time, and he's intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone there by DLB's Tyler Schaefer. Another Schaefer to know.
Shep, his ability, you see it, to extend that play, trying to make something happen, getting into the end zone. Nice little stat there for Tyler Schaefer. He says he could be, he can say he was the first one to pick off Ben Shep this season.
Couldn't tell who the intended target was there. There was kind of just three blue jerseys in the area. Shep was, again, running out of time, going to his left and the right, and just chucked that one up into the end zone. Intercepted again in the end zone, so it's a touchback. DLB starts at the 20. Toss play. Schaefer will gain 1 yard before he is taken to the ground. How about Emmett Legge? We've said his name a lot today as the middle linebacker.
Emmett Legge kind of gets lost in the shuffle for the Aggies there. He's done a really nice job defensively all year for them at the linebacker position, as we do have a lot of the second unit has come into the game on the defensive side for Velva-D-A-G Garrison.
Emmett Legge, no arm sleeves, no football gloves. He's just out there to play middle linebacker.
Old school, Owen.
Split backs. They'll go to Jake Schaefer and wrapping him up high. Bringing him to the turf there from Velva was Wyatt Kaliakowski, just a freshman.
Oh, Wyatt's a senior.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Jamison is the freshman.
Jamison's a freshman, yeah.
I was going to say, I heard of Kaliakowski in the senior recognition.
This is kind of a challenging time for us announcers during this. You get the second unit in, you're using your roster sheet, so we do our best to get it right.
Memorize most of the players out there. 5 minutes left in quarter number 3. Schaefer, direct snap to him out of the Wildcat formation. Met in the backfield. Once again, it's Emmett Legge.
Wow, we were just talking about Emmett Legge. How about that play? Manning up, getting Schaefer down. Great game by him tonight.
Bruner's big day has been in the sacks department, but Legge just overall tackles has been everywhere for Velva. 4th down and 5 for DLB. They're still subbing players onto the field as they break the huddle. They get their punt unit out there. A new punt returner as well for the Aggies. No more Eigelhart. Jace Crockett still is the punter for DLB. Return to the 50-yard line. Slade Nordstrom for 5 yards.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Aggies on the 50-yard line.
Waiting to see who trots out onto the field. Oh, nope. Still the same group. You know what? I think they're going for their 6th consecutive 50-point game.
Yeah, it does appear they are bringing the starting offense out. Good number of them.
They've scored 50 or more points in every conference game this season, including that Bishop Ryan game 2 weeks ago. They needed 30 points in the third quarter to pull away from Bishop Ryan and a 52-14 win. Draw play for Logan Vincent. He'll get into Laker territory to the 48-yard line. And this second half is going to go by quick with the running clock. Already 8 minutes gone by in quarter number 3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. With locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona, BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit them online at bnc.bank. Eigelhart all the way to the hash mark on the near side. Almost off your screen. Shep will keep spinning, 360 to the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 5 remaining for Velva. Run, pass. That what we're going with here?
Yeah, they were really trying to, it was obvious there what they've been trying to do, trying to get Yoakum something where they can find him into the end zone here. Maybe give him a look. He's up top of the screen in the slot.
No high safeties here for DLB with the spread formation. Shep will throw to Volson. Trying to sit right in the middle of that Lakers defense. It's incomplete. Now you get a 4th and 5. And, of course, you don't necessarily want to go for it here. You want to just play the sportsmanship game, but it's clear they obviously want Yoakum to get this football.
We've talked about Jack Schaefer, and rightfully so, his ability to run the football at the running back position. He's made quite a few plays defensively in coverage here tonight for the Lakers.
The whole offense ran on the field to get the punt unit out there. Ben Shep forgot he was the punter. Bounces at the 15 and rolls inside the 10-yard line. They can even place the ball inside the 10 when they punt.
Yeah, great net punt there from Shep. Like he said, he probably forgot for a second that he was supposed to be out there.
Not used to punting anyway.
Yeah, Aggies really haven't had to do a whole lot of it.
DLB will start their 3rd drive of the second half with 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. We also want to thank another sponsor of the PSP Network today, Northern Plains Heating and Air, with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory-authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. That might be a new quarterback DLB has in the game, but it's the same old receiver, Colton Feller. Big gain to the 25-yard line. Well, that's still Berkeley.
Yeah, Berkeley delivering.
As a Duchesne in the backfield.
Nice little out route there. Some nice yardage on 1st down.
Lakers coming to the line of scrimmage for a 1st down and 10. Trying to eliminate that 0 on the scoreboard here in the 3rd and might take into the 4th quarter as well. It's Schaefer wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and again running the running plays out of the shotgun. Velva has just blown him up before Schaefer can get back to that line of scrimmage.
And yeah, the second unit's doing a good job of doing that as well as Kalikowski, a name we called earlier in this 3rd quarter. Another negative play there for the Velva defense.
Kalikowski working at left defensive end for Velva. He's got the edge rusher next to him, which isn't Bruner anymore. Schaefer on the run. Schaefer to the 25. Gets out of the chaos there. Across the 30-yard line, again short of the 1st down. Be 3rd down and manageable here for DLB.
You hate to see that. It looks Schaefer was limping his way back to the huddle. Can't afford to lose him.
His white DLB jersey today turning green around the right shoulder area. He has been Well, obviously he's carried the football a lot, but he's also been tackled behind the line of scrimmage, making those grass marks not feel so good. Likely the last play of quarter number 3. It's a handoff. And got the necessary yardage. Going to be a first down as that last run play was by Tyler Schaefer. Third quarter comes to a conclusion. 42-0 Velva is still your score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Back with the final 12 minutes after this commercial break.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
First play of the fourth quarter, run by the Des Lacs Burlington offense. Tyler Schaefer getting into the game, and he is going to sprint upfield. What's that one? 35, maybe 40 yards there for Tyler Schaefer.
Been calling Jacob Schaefer all night there. Now Tyler Schaefer getting in on the fun for the Lakers. Huge gain there to open up the fourth quarter.
38 yards for Tyler Schaefer on just his second carry of the game. Remember, he had the interception on the last drive, the first player to intercept Ben Shep this season. Change it to the fourth quarter here for you on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. This run will go backwards, second down and along 10 yards for Des Lacs Burlington. Well, as we know, the 9-man playoffs start tomorrow. The single-A playoffs start next Saturday, but there's still regular season football to be played in AA and AAA. We spoke a little bit about what's at stake here in the Minot area in 2A next week. Minot North will host Valley City in a West Region championship of sorts on the PSP Network. Elsewhere on the PSP Network, Minot High and Century. There's obviously Minot High. We'll talk about them first. Wrapped up a WDA title last night against Legacy. What did you like in that matchup against the Sabres?
When we talk Minot High, we've talked a lot about the defensive side of the ball, their preparation, their scheming. That defensive line so disruptive. Our MVP last night, Landon Bedell, was fantastic in that ball game. Just one of the more impressive units as a whole is that Minot High defense.
They scored 12 points, that defense did, against the Legacy Sabres last night. Minot's opponent in their final regular season game will be Century. And talk about a team that's playoff hopes is coming down to the wire. It's the Century Patriots after a 20-point loss last night in Mandan.
Yeah, we've talked about the Wild Wild West, Owen, for weeks here, and it's not done being wild. There's still a lot at stake next week. Got to feel good if you're Minot High, though, having that home field locked up.
Deep ball from Berkeley to Crockett. There's going to be a lot of penalty flags in that area. Another pass interference going against Velva. They'll continue to keep this drive alive for Des Lacs Burlington, trying to put up their first points of the game. There's 3 teams in the West Region in AAA battling for 2 spots now going into week number 10. It's Century, Bismarck, and Legacy, the 3 Bismarck schools, all 1-1 against one another, and there's a very likely chance that it'll come down to a tiebreaker between them all.
Yeah, we've talked so much scenario stuff, and I love doing it, but when you get into those tiebreaker situations, and it almost gives you a headache because you were explaining a lot to me. If they do this, this will happen. If this happens, that they're in, and we'll have it all sorted out next week, Owen.
Another run for Tyler Schaefer. Could this find the end zone? It will. Tyler Schaefer with the breakthrough. 38 yards on the run earlier on, and this one, it looks like it's going to go for 12. Make it 13 for Tyler Schaefer on the ground. 42-6, your new score.
A couple nice runs by Schaefer on that drive, getting the Lakers on the board in this one. You had mentioned the interception he made on Shep earlier on the possession before.
DLB will go for 2. It's Schaefer in the backfield. Velva bringing the pressure here. Schaefer up the middle, and he is stopped right away. 42-6 will remain the score. We'll have more conversation about postseason tiebreakers. We'll figure them out during the break here on the PSP Network.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Following the conclusion of today's game, we'll have the planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning team financial advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. We figured it out in 3A. It's as simple as this. Century and Bismarck. Those two teams win, they are in, and Legacy is out. Legacy needs at least one of those teams to lose. Bismarck is against Mandan on the PSP Network. Century is against Minot on the PSP Network. And again, Century and Bismarck playing two teams already qualified for the postseason. Interesting to see what the Braves and the Magi decide to do.
Yeah, everyone's kind of got an opinion on that, Owen. You know, especially the outsiders saying, hey, maybe it's a good idea to rest. You know, if you're playing your starters in situations, someone gets hurt, that's a tough situation to handle. I would expect Minot High to play him in some sort of fashion and stuff. And I guess we'll wait and see what happens on Friday night.
Thanks to our North Dakota score feed out-of-town scoreboard on your screen. Central Cass, a field goal. They've taken the lead over Ellendale Edgeley Cullum at 16-14 against the battle for the number 2 seed and home field in the first round of the Single A playoffs next week out of Region 1. Now the backups in on offense for Velva-Drake-Anamoose Garrison. It's Cooper Kittleson taking the snaps as the quarterback. Maybe a few more runs here for Logan Vincent as well.
Cooper Kittleson, big-time athlete for the Aggies. See him on the basketball court. Talk about a guy who can do it all, defend. Big-time talent.
Not to get way too far ahead of ourselves, but this should be a fun year covering basketball for the PSP Network, especially in Division B. There goes Logan Vincent. Vincent's across midfield. He might outrace them all. Yes, he does. Logan Vincent, 59 yards. I'm going to have to recount my math there.
There goes
67?
About 67 yards on that scamper by Vincent. He gets into the scoring column.
And here comes the interesting debate for Velva-Drake-Anamoose Garrison. A 2-point conversion, they'll extend their streak to 6 consecutive games with 50 points. They will be going for 2 with Bodine, the apparent PAT kicker, on the bench. In the backfield with Kittleson. Now, going to throw it in the flat, and it's just through the hands of the intended target. It was Brody Seidler, the running back. Couldn't tell who the intended target was there for the Aggies, but it's another touchdown to extend the lead back to 42. Velva leads 48-6, 7:07 left to the fourth.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
48-6 lead for the Velva-D-A-G Aggies over the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And these teams haven't been in the red zone very much today, but time to give a shout out to Serve Pro, 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. They'll also bring you the move of the game. I've got a pretty good idea of my favorite play of the game today.
Well, we've had some big ones, Owen. We've had some through the air, on the ground. We do have a few different ones to choose from this evening.
Well, then I guess it'll remain a mystery. We saved it. We're back on YouTube. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we had I guess it was time for a self-update. The computer, our computer laptop decided it was time for us to run an update.
First down run for DLB. Yeah, just out of the blue. Might have missed. Not sure what you guys missed. Or who's still with us on the PSP Network here. We still got football left to play. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Cooper Kittleson had a 45-yard touchdown run. It's now 56-6 Velva over DLB. Thank you for sticking with us on the PSP Network tonight. We have the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show coming up next once this game is final. Lakers hustle up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, scaring me again, this laptop.
The joys of a live broadcast, Owen.
There's a long run again for Tyler Schaefer. What a second half for him, getting a few extra carries.
Schaefer, Tyler Schaefer, that is, he's had a very nice second half in this game. We talked about the interception, him making a play defensively, and his ability to run the football and move the chains for the Lakers here.
Into Aggie territory at the 46-yard line. Clock won't stop running here on this drive. Now 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. I'll name our Sport Clips MVP of the game during that post-game show. Also who should we talk to this time around? We spoke to 3 different players 2 weeks ago. Play clock down to 1. Another handoff for the Lakers, or keeping it on the ground on this drive. Possibly the last one of the game. What if we talk to the coach?
Yeah, we Mr. Weidler, huge fan of the PSP Network. Hopefully we can get him up here for an interview as he gets prepared for postseason after this minute 38 remaining in this one.
Second-year head coach of the Aggies. He's going to improve to 19-2, his all-time record. One of those losses in the state semifinal and the other to the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, much success for Coach Weidler in his first couple years here at the helm for Velva-D-A-G
I tell you what, those losses are still pretty sour because the expectation for Velva football year in and year out is all the way. 62 seconds remaining. 56-6 lead for the Aggies. DLB will run probably 2 more plays. We'll see how far they run down the clock here. Maybe it'll just take 1. The Lakers will end up just taking a knee. So they'll snap this under 40 seconds, and we'll head to the postgame show. Zane Berkeley takes the snap and goes down in your final score. Velva-D-A-G 56, Des Lacs Burlington 6. I'll go catch the MVP down on the field and bring up the head coach of the Region 3 champions, the Velva-D-A-G Aggies, Matt Weidler, when we return. Just a few more seconds to go here before this one's officially official, but Velva, a dominant win, 42 points in the first half. They had 14 more in half number 2 with the reserves on the field. Really the only negative today, Ben Shep throws his first interception of the season, but the Aggies get the job done as they sweep Region 3 competition in 2024. Again, it's been over 3 years since they last lost a conference game. Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-Store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Well, back here at Larry Sandy Field in Velva, North Dakota for the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show following a 56-6 win for the number 2 team in the state, the Velva-D-A-G Aggies, Region 3 champions. The list goes on. They'll be back in home next Saturday for a first-round playoff game in Single A against, again, most likely the Southern McLean Rough Riders. Got to check that final score between Kildare and Heart River to make sure, but we will know by the end of the night. Let's recap how this one went down, starting with our scoring summary. If you heard about it in the halftime report, got out to a blazing start, did the Velva Aggies. First quarter, 4 touchdowns, 1 on the ground by Hank Bodine. Then it was Volson, Bruner, and Bossert from Ben Shep, the quarterback, in the passing game. An 11-yard touchdown pass to start the second quarter from Ben Shep to Trace at Eigelhart after Eigelhart had a crazy good punt return, setting up the Aggies again inside the Serve Pro red zone. Hank Bodine had a 48-yard touchdown run to make it a 42-0 game at the half. Also kicked in 2 PATs, a bit of a rarity there for Velva. It was Bodine in the kicking game, going 2 for 2 on extra points. The second half, again, playing the reserves did the Aggies. They were trying to get Yoko in the ball a little bit. That just didn't happen as the Lacs Burlington's defense actually forced the first interception of the season for Ben Shep. It was picked off by Tyler Schaefer in the end zone. In the fourth quarter scoring, there ended up being 3 touchdowns in that fourth quarter. It was Schaefer on the run for DLB, 13 yards, a big drive for him. Tyler Schaefer, that is. Jake Schaefer, the starting running back, he was held in check today by the Velva defense, but Schaefer broke through, making it 42-6, eliminating the shutout for the Lakers today. And then Velva's second teamers on offense took off. A 67-yard run by Logan Vincent made it 48-6, and then the streak continued with Cooper Kittleson's 46-yard touchdown scamper, and from the quarterback position also had the 2-point conversion as well, making it 56-6. Your final score, Velva scoring 50-plus points in 6 consecutive games. Every region game this season they have scored above the half-century mark, and they'll take that streak into the postseason next week against the Southern McLean Rough Riders in the first round of the Single A postseason. When we return to the Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show, we'll have Bryce Gutknecht back up in the booth, as well as the head coach, Matt Weidler, the Velva-D-A-G Garrison Aggies. Keep it here on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Welcome back into our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Maybe you can see me now. But most importantly, we're here with the head coach of the Velva-D-A-G Garrison Aggies, Matt Weidler. Again, final week of the regular season. You already know where you're going to stand in the playoffs. Obviously, seeding still has to come out. You still have to take care of business today. Did you do that against the Lacs Burlington?
Yeah, I thought we came out and executed really well early. We did hit some explosive plays there early, which is what we wanted to do. And, defensively, I thought the guys flew around. We're fast and physical. And, so we were pretty pleased with the guys' effort tonight.
One thing I wanted to ask you, tell us what the senior group means to you. We know the big names. We know what they've done, just what they've meant to the program over these years and the accomplishments and maybe what you're going to miss.
Well, the thing we're going to miss, they're all great kids. They're what being a student athlete's all about. They're actively involved. They're great with younger players, great with our youth. Then on top of that, they're really good football players too. So, we're gonna miss having them around. I think they've been vocal, but they've led by example, whether it's in the off season, weight room, whatever it is. So, and we've seen that the past 4 years out of all of them. So, I know they're gonna miss it, but they're excited here, for what the future has in stores, and a lot of them are going to go on, and they're all going to go on and be very successful in whatever they do, and that's just kind of what we see on the field and, in the classroom and in the community as well.
All right, Coach, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next weekend.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Head coach of the Velva-Drake Animus Garrison Aggies, Matt Weidler, joining us here in the broadcast booth in Velva at Larry Sandy Field. Our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Going to wrap up right now. Bryce already went over the scoring summary. Sorry, stole your segment, but you were doing a lot of other things down there on the field. What did you hear from the chatter between the players post-game?
Just that team mentality. They were so happy. I went and got a picture of our MVP. They were excited for him. They were cheering him on. And I'm telling you, this Aggies team, they're in the conversation when we're talking the Dakota Bowl. I know we got weeks of playoffs and stuff, but they're in the conversation. And we saw it tonight. We saw the firepower offensively. A team that we talk about the offense so much. The defensive identity has really started to show for this team, and they've gotten better each week. Let's hand out some of those awards, starting with the Sport Clips MVP of the game. The home to the MVP Haircut Experience. Check it online with the hairstylist today at sportclips.com or on the app. Lots to choose from once again. Just another day covering Velva Aggies football here. But we went with Trace and Eigelhart for some special teams work as well. Yeah, Trace and Eigelhart was terrific. And everything he did, special teams, defense, offense, just a special kid, a senior to go out like that, final regular season home game, a special night from Trace and Eigelhart. And, well, he may have just swept the awards as well. My vote, we still have to debate this, but the Serve Pro moved the game, in my opinion. That stiff arm on the punt return and then catching the touchdown pass, the following play by Eigelhart. And that's my pick. Yeah, a little double dip from you there, Owen. Maybe. You said the nice punt return there, and then setting him up, he gets the receiving touchdown. And we all know exciting plays such as that stiff arm that he laid on the return there. Kind of makes us excited, kind of jumping, yelling. A big play from Eigelhart there. Yeah, well, the last time we were here was Reggie Bruner's 2 stiff arms on the way to the end zone. I think Eigelhart's stiff arm today might have counted as 2 in 1. That's how powerful it was. So, yeah, Trace Eigelhart sweeping the awards today in our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show, winning the MVP and move of the game. Well, one final thing to say, it's next week for Velva-Drake Animus Garrison at home against the Southern McLean Rough Riders. It is 2 vastly different programs, I'll just put it that way. You have Velva, who's won over 10 state titles, and Southern McLean making just their second ever postseason appearance. I know you'll be here in Velva next week. Should we see anything different from Velva? Yeah, Velva's they're truly hitting on all cylinders. It's the weapons offensively. It's so hard to key on one thing there. You're talking, you want to slow down the run game of Bozzert and Bodine and even Shep's ability to run the ball, and then you got to worry about through the air, Shep getting the ball to all those weapons on the outside as well. It's a tough thing that Southern McLean's going to have to try and figure out how to slow this team down. On the other side, Des Lacs Burlington, I guess you take a positive from this, it didn't hurt you in any way. You're still in the playoffs. You're still the number 4 seed. You still have games remaining on your schedule this season, but it's a big one for many reasons. Not only is it against the top 3 team in the state in Killdeer next week on the road, but it's the team that ended your season at home a year ago by 1 point. There's a lot that Des Lacs Burlington thinks they have left on the table against the Killdeer Cowboys. Yeah, go down. It's no secret they're going to be an underdog in that football game. Kind of take on that role, embrace it and see if you can pull off a shocker down there at Killdeer next Saturday. I don't know about you. I'm excited for this single-A postseason we've got coming up. Yeah, I'm so ready for playoff football. It's kind of hard to believe it's here, but the 45 degrees it is now, or maybe 40, it's time for playoff football. It was 5 degrees. I remember a 5-degree game last year between Velva and Shiloh Christian, moving snow off of Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Well, the playoffs do begin tomorrow. It's that time of year, the 9-man playoffs. Hettinger County against South Border on the PSP Network. 2 o'clock, they go on the air for the Valvoline Oil Change pregame show. That's Central Time. New England's in the Mountain Time Zone out there in the southwest corner
of the state. Todd Domry, Scott Woodmansey have the call of that one. 9-man first-round action against the Huskies of Hettinger County, the Mustangs of South Border. For Bryce Gutknecht, I'm Owen Patterson, reporting here from Velva, North Dakota. Repeating your final score for the final time, it's the Aggies 56 and the Des Lacs Burlington Lakers 6. What an end to the regular season for Velva as they go into the postseason on a 7-game winning streak. We'll see them next Saturday on the PSP Network. Until then, have a good night, everybody.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.